Hey everybody, I'm Michael from Carbon Analytics, and the provocative title of my talk is Hacking a Price of Carbon into the Economy. I just started a business with a couple of mates from graduate school, and we set out to do just this, and I want to just kind of talk about it a little bit. So, why hacking? Climate change is moving fast. It's something we've got to solve. We all know that. There's two ways to solve it. One is through a massive reduction in carbon emissions. The other one is through massive uptake of carbon, maybe through reforestation. If we look at the ways to reduce emissions, we kind of saw three major ways. One is through government action, which we're a little bit worried about, might take too long. The other is through behavior change, which I think is really, really important and a key piece of the solution, but we've been doing it for 40 years and we're still not there, so we need something else. And we thought maybe business could be the answer. So our theory of change, coming from the nonprofit world, is most companies probably won't care about climate change just because of climate change, unfortunately. But they do care about profit, and there's a lot of easy wins in the economy right now. So if we can make them care about profit and link climate to profit, we can get some easy wins for the economy. So how do you create an incentive for companies to care? Branding is something they care about. Compliance, maybe to win new business, or RFP process, reduce risk, and cost savings. So we came up with a concept that we call damage per dollar. We looked at a lot of the green rating systems and we realized that tons of carbon is kind of really hard to put your head around and to feel in the gut. So we looked for something that people do identify with, which we thought was dollars or pounds. And so what we try to do is to put a cost on the social cost of a company's carbon emissions. We reset the origin a little bit for our system. So a lot of green rating systems, they look at, this is where we are today. If we did a little bit better, we'd be negative 20%, but that's also very hard to get risky. So we looked at, okay, let's set it at zero. Every company has an impact, we know that, and so that's where our rating stems from. So what we do is we look at every single company. We look at their carbon emissions not through through a survey of the automobiles they have in the parking lot or their operations. We look at it through their supplier data, and because we look at that, we can get to the carbon damage for a company much quicker than we could for a consulting company. But the problem is, the reason we haven't always done that is because there's a lot of missing supplier data, and that's where the innovation that we're trying to stem comes from. Is we want to get companies to tell us who their suppliers are, how much they buy from them, and then use the intensity of each supplier to calculate their carbon emissions and add it up through the chain. So that's where we are today. I wanted to get like a super, my idea to come here was to get a super quick gut check on this idea from people who know about it. We've been working in the field for a while, but sometimes maybe too long, and it gets a little hard to communicate. And our needs today are just some partners, some challenges to the model, and then people who can help back us up, volunteers, and grants investment. So thanks very much. Hopefully under 5 minutes.